It's your girl, Lou Pac, baby. From the boot where the real ones talk slick and walk heavy. She don't do rumors, she do receipts. If you said it, she got it. If you did it, she show it. Truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah. Straight out of Louisiana, she don't duck, no smoke. Call her the queen of receipts, she keeping folks woke. From fake friends to baby daddies getting exposed. If it's messy, she gon' clean it up. Real talk mode. Independent, raw and loud with it. She ain't scared of nothing, she proud with it. So if you coming fake, don't step in her lane. She call names and receipts, gon' explain. Truth black, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah, it's Lou Pac, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Yeah, all truth, all gas, no brakes. No brakes.
Yeah, you tuned in to Lou Pac, baby. She don't follow trends, she follow facts. Receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't play, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-E-N-T, bring in truth to the streets.
Go. She don't do drama, she drop data. Scroll the page, now or later. You'll see lies get exposed and the fake get froze like refrigerators. Name ring bells like second line. Speak real, no need to lie. She from the south with a strong survivor. Snakes don't make it out alive.
L-U-P-A-C, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury, she deliver with the heat. You won't clap, but she got truth, no sugar in her speech. Independent, bold and real, this Lou Pac, baby, capiche?
They scrolling, she exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Lou Pac don't just react, she decode what's not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined, got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built her own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't bend, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. L-U-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. L-U-A-C, baby don't be. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown.
This ain't gossip, this ain't rumors. This is real talk, backed by real proof. Welcome to Lou Pac, baby, where every video got purpose.
There we go. Back in the fold. Back in the fold. Y'all, I don't know what the hell. Let me find out they trying to stop me from putting this tea out. Okay. Because listen, I had to restart my whole computer. I was like, of all the days I'm on time, I'm telling y'all I was on time today. Like I was literally sitting here ready to get into it, child. Next thing you know, the mic not working. I said, I'm gonna have to go back in and edit this live. So if you ain't in this live right now, once I get off here, I'm gonna have to go edit it and cut out that beginning part because we can't have that, baby. We can't have that. Let me see who is in here. Shout out to y'all for turning me up with them supers while y'all waited. I love y'all for that. Cause we got some tea, baby. Listen, we got a little tea. We got a little tea, y'all. Them court records was updated this morning. All right, so he coming in hot with that lawyer. He said y'all thought he ain't had one, but he snuck one in on y'all. Okay, I love it. Hold on, let me go up, y'all. Let's see who is in here. I know the people gonna come back in once they figure out that I didn't got the sound together. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. It literally cut off. I guess because I got out the live and came back in. I can't see none of the people who spoke prior to me getting on this live. So it literally starts at Queen Sag with that super chat. So if you don't hear your name, it's because the live and cut those names out of the chat already. So don't charge it to me. Don't charge it to me, child. Hey Queen Sag, thank you for that super, my love. Thank you, Miss Margaret. You say love your content, and of course you're the receipt queen. Thank you. I appreciate you. I see everybody saying no sound. We got all five of me in the building. Miss E, my Karen in this thing. Love you. Miss LaRonda, Miss Lisa, Miss Nina. We got Battery Reacts. Rozzy Ozzy in the building. Shout out to you for being a member for 16 months. You are definitely a OG in this thing. I'm chosen. You say dog barking, so y'all, she might be waiting. Oh, you can hear that? I didn't know. That's crazy. Y'all can hear the dog, but not me. Hey, Key. Who else we got in here? I'm literally going off of y'all later comments because all the other ones was deleted, y'all. Let me see. Gemini Rising. We got Miss Robin Buttercup. We got Lolo in the building. We got Miss Fila, of course. Shout out to all my beautiful minds, sweet queen. If you in here and I didn't see your comment, thank you for forever holding down the chat. We got Miss E. We got Roz AC, Miss Lovely. We got, hold on, let me go up, y'all. Kizzy in the building. Sierra Boy, Miss Dee Dee. We got, let's see, Calm Collective, of course. Who else? Let's go down. Scorpio Stings. We got Michelle the Bell. We got Miss Sharon. We got, let's see. Thank you, Miss Geraldine. La Onya doesn't want MoMo at this point. That's what I'm thinking, y'all. Because who in their right mind is crazy enough to keep a child away from the other parent right so close to a custody court date? Oh, baby, we're going to get into it, y'all. We're going to get into it. I'm convinced she's trying to give her away at this point. And then posting pictures with her and Walt is even crazier. The fact that he's in the contempt also with such a serious, not allegation, but fact. It ain't an allegation, it's a fact. Okay. Let me see. Hey, Miss Marjorie. Hey, Simply Sunshine Moment. Let's go down. Toya Wicks in the building. We got Dale in this thing. We got, let's see, it's Kyra, baby. We got, let me see, y'all. Hold on. It's a little different since I missed all the other comments. Hey, Christina. Hey, Yumika. Hey, Anissa. Thank you, Tennessee Girl, for that super. Love your content. And I love you. Love me for real in the building. Miss Coretta. We got, hold up. Turn them loose. Listen, y'all, they had a hold on me. I'm like, why of all the days we never have that issue today? It chose today to do that to my life. That has never happened before. Now we've had a little echo issue, but we ain't never had an issue where y'all couldn't hear me coming in. Let me see. Who else in here? Who else is in here? Hey, Kimberly. Lupac, I can't send a super chat. I don't know why. I don't know, like, Y'all know I can't fix those type of issues. So if y'all can't send one, that's an issue on y'all end. But I mean, you can send me a cash app if you just want to send me a blessing. But I don't know why. If y'all having issues with the super chat, I have no clue, y'all. Hey, Amber Bell. Hey, Miss Sharon. We was coming in here regardless, though. If I had to go live on my laptop or my phone, baby, it would have been a little. It'd have been a little ghetto, but we we would have got the live done, okay? Because it's a different vibe with the Mac Mini. But you know, I feel like the Mac Mini is the suburbs, and the phone and the laptop is the project. But yeah, we would have got it done. Hey, Miss Melody, you say you about to have me terminated because I'm not missing out. I was y'all, and I ain't gonna lie, I was hesitant on if I should go live this evening or this morning. I said, let me just knock it out early because I did tell y'all I'm gonna start transitioning back to the daytime lives because them children be in school and I don't have all that background noise. Plus, I have to pick up my kids in the afternoon, so I didn't want to be tired and then not end up getting on the live. And then this is, I felt like I needed to get on the live for this. Okay, we got to put this tea out there, child. Hey, Miss Miriam. Hey, Sid. You say Pac had me checking my sound, laugh aloud. Then I got a commercial. Hey, Pac. Hey, my love. Hey, Erica. Hey, Anissa. Love you more. Simply Sunshine Moments. Capricorn 88 in the building. Miss Donna, Queen Money Soul Gang. It's a Wonderful Life. Miss Coretta, Miss E. We got, hold on, let me go down, y'all. Hit that like button for your girl, Yumika. We got Miss Nina. Let me see. We coming in now. Keish. I hope I said that right. Shout out to my daytime people because y'all know it's a whole different crowd and vibe in the with the nightcaps and the late evening lives. So I've been missing y'all. I say let me go check out my people for the one time, my earlier people. I know, but I blame myself because you know it is my equipment. So unfortunately, that happened, y'all. Hey, Miss Solo. Hey, Miss Vonda. My Karen, Sadie in the building. Queen K. We got Miss Cynthia Craig, Miss Teresa. We got KD in the building. You saying we're live, no notification. Charwig Adventures, Miss Ashley. Y'all know how the notifications go, y'all. At this point, like that's a YouTube thing. Um, what is this? Jit Chit Scony? This thing's still going on. Hi Jit Chit Scony. I feel crazy saying that name like that. How you doing, my love? Hey Lakeisha. Hey Sunshine. Yes, it's been long. It's a long time coming, child. Hey Nessa. Hey Miss LaRonda. Hey Tahira. My bro Terry in the building, of course. Let me see who else. Chosen by God, Miss Pamela. We got Miss Robin, Myla in this thing, Courtney Lester. We got, hold on, let me go down. There you go. There go my sweet queen. Hey, Miss Angela. Yes, y'all. She is. Y'all remember, y'all was asking me for the last few lives what's been going on and why RH been having that baby. According to the paperwork, she has been keeping the child away from him. We're gonna get into it, y'all. We're gonna get into it. Hey, who me? Thank you, my Karen, for the soup. I appreciate you, my love. Lily Love in the building, Miss Jackie. We got, hold on, y'all. I'm almost to the bottom. Elizabeth. We got, let's see, Miss Green Eyes, Miss Jackie 8. Queen Iries in this thing. Hold up. I'm almost done. Almost done. I like to get to the bottom, especially when y'all send me super so I can thank y'all. Hey, Miss Latrice, you say I'm always watching from the bushes, but wanted to bless your cash up. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Queen Money Skull Gang. Hey, slow down, Pop. A new touch nail and beauty bar in the building. Who else? No, we need this tea early. Listen, I wasn't gonna make y'all miss out. Y'all know once I get it, I'm coming to y'all. So it is what it is, child. It is what it is. Hey, Angie. Who else in here? Mr. Wanda. We got Miss Lolita. We got, hold on. Shout out to Queen Money for being a 4-month member. Look at God is in the building. Miss Trina Michelle. We got, hold up, let me see. Miss Duncan. Sid in the building. Miss Rebecca Cry. Court is tomorrow. The big one is tomorrow, y'all. So y'all get ready for that. I'm gonna, drop that tea whenever I get it. Just know that I'll drop all the rest of the stuff whenever I get that tea. but the court date is tomorrow. I'm pretty sure deliberation is gonna be a little minute because there's a whole lot of contempt and stuff going on with that. Um, Thank you, Trina, for getting that membership. I appreciate you. Oh, that's how it's pronounced. Well, you know I ain't gonna be saying that. So we gonna just keep it at get chicks, okay? I would have never thought that. I would have never thought that, child. Hey, Miss Beverly. Who else in here? Let me see. Oh, Lord, y'all coming in fast. Tyrese with the T. Dale in the building. We got Miss Shalonda in the building. Miss Darlene. We got, hold up, y'all. We almost, there we go. Hey, Bella Renee. Shout out to everybody that's coming in, y'all. Sorry about the technical difficulties in the beginning. It wasn't my fault, even though I blame myself because, it's my equipment, child. But we ain't never had that issue before. But I feel like, they was trying to do a little one too, because how ironic it is that we got this updated court information and the mic don't want to work. Child, that's a hot mess and a half. But anyways, if y'all would like to donate to me monetarily, you can cash at me $, Lupac2 or $Lupac1. They all work, child. You can also support the platform by getting a super chat or a super sticker. I always have a little goal set of 15. It ain't much, it ain't mandatory. 15 to a crowd of 600 people ain't ish. I would say it ain't ish, but hey. Y'all know it's not mandatory, but it's greatly, greatly appreciated because it contributes to the revenue of this particular live stream. You can also support the platform by getting a membership. Shout out to all my members, days 1, 2s, and 3s. Y'all are appreciated because y'all keep the memberships up and y'all don't have to, and it definitely helps my platform, y'all. It helps me keep growing. It helps with my revenue, all of that. It keeps me afloat, baby. So shout out to y'all for that. Please, y'all, watch those ads. That is crucial to the revenue as well. And definitely hit that like button to keep me in that algorithm. Big period. Now let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Let me pull up them documents. It ain't a whole lot, but it's just enough. It's just enough. All right, let me see. Hold up, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long since we had a little issue in the beginning. Thank you, Miss Clarice, for that cash app blessing, and thank you. Oh, I don't be wanting to say y'all names. I'ma just say Miss LaTruth's. Thank you also for that cash app blessing. You guys are appreciated. Okay, let's pull this up. Let me go to this. All right, let's see. Oh, it is a good little bit. I thought it wasn't a lot, but look like it's about 13 pages. It's a little blurry, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna make it work. A collective hate to everybody that's coming in, y'all. Y'all know once I get to the end, I don't do no more shout outs because, well, periodically, but I try not to interrupt too much. Thank you, Sunshine. I appreciate you, my love. Okay. All right, y'all. It say in the Superior Court of Gwinnett County, state of Georgia. First amended, this was submitted via RH's attorney. Now we ain't pro se, baby. We got representation. Okay, big period. So of course the attorney had to resubmit the paperwork or whatever. So it's like a little it's kind of like a little summary, but I feel like it's better because it is not so much paperwork, but it gets straight to the point, basically. And I guess it was some modified contempts also, y'all. The contempts were modified because of the new discovery of her keeping the child away. So the contempts was definitely modified. It says first amended motion for contempt comes now petitioner R. Robert Hampton by and through his undersigned attorney and files his first amended motion for contempt for an order holding the respondent in willful contempt of court for violations of the final judgment of divorce entered by this court in civil action, and the docket number, of course, and in support thereof respectfully shows the court the following. Do we have an echo before I proceed? Give me a couple ones in the chat to make sure the sound is good, y'all. Because I don't want to keep reading and then it's a weird distracting echo. If we good, let me know. Let's see. Okay, we good. Because y'all know how I am. I don't like to have no echo either. Okay. So it says on March 9th, 2024, the parties enter into a settlement agreement in civil action with the docket number that was made the order of the court and incorporated into the final judgment of divorce and enter into the official records on April 16th, 2024. A copy of the final judgment of divorce is attached as Exhibit 1, and a copy of the agreement and order are already in the court file attached to respondent's answer and counterclaim for contempt and modification of custody. Now, if y'all have any questions, I'll try to answer them once I finish reading all the documents. I ain't gonna, stop and answer questions in the chat because I want to get through it first because it's a good little bit, y'all. It's a good little bit, child. So it says, since entry of the final judgment of divorce, the respondent has engaged in a willful pattern of conduct to harass, defame, vilify, intimidate, maltreat, disturb, and interfere with the petitioner in many ways. Now, petitioner is RH, y'all. He's the one who filed all of this. Laonia is the respondent, meaning she's responding to his contempt, his claims, and all of that good stuff, right? So it says the respondent, Laonia, has used social media to make multiple false, derogatory, and unflattering statements about petitioner. She has encouraged or enticed third parties to make such statements, and she has shared posts from third parties making similar false, derogatory, and unflattering statements against the petitioner. These actions by the respondent have resulted in mass attacks on petitioner's social media platforms and resulted in false copyright infringement claims being filed against petitioner's content by respondent and supporters of the respondent. The actions have caused petitioner irreparable financial harm in the form of substantially reduced or total elimination of income from various social media platforms. These actions by the respondent violate the provisions of paragraph 1, separate and apart, that provide that each party may carry on such trade, business, or occupation that each party shall choose, and violate the provisions of paragraph 2 and paragraph 3, custody and visitation. Child welfare, which enjoin the parties from engaging in conduct that injures, vilifies, maltreats, or harasses the other party, including but not limited to using social media, internet, talk shows. Y'all remember she went on all them DV panels? Yeah. And also prohibit the parties from using third parties to perform or assist in such actions. And paragraph 5, social media, which prohibits the parties from influencing or enticing third parties to harass and disparage the other party. That's page 2. Oh no, hold on, I got a little piece left. But let me say this, because for the ones in the back, we got 521 in the building. Make sure y'all running that like button up. Y'all try to clear out my super chat goal if y'all can. It ain't much. Shout out to the ones who done already blessed your girl. Okay, period. But I would like to know this. If this man goes to the courts, right, in front of a judge, the one who can literally put him in jail, what are the odds of somebody going to a courthouse and saying these things, saying that they are literally being defamed, harassed, and all of the above by defamatory statements regarding Bruce and so forth, if they were actually guilty of those claims? Please make it make sense. I don't know nobody that's gonna go to court and do all of this, right? Because Bruce, defamatory statements involving Bruce has been mentioned multiple times in RH's paperwork. If he were guilty of those things, and if she had brought these accusations in front of the judge, why would he be mentioning it as defamatory? Make that make sense. For the ones in the back that's still calling this man a bruiser. Oh, we finna put it on the floor. I can't wait till the other stuff come out. I can't wait until the court date tomorrow, and then whatever else get dropped, baby. I can't wait, Jam. Okay? So it says, prior to the parties' marriage, the petitioner had opened up a Facebook page under the business name of LaTruth's that came to have some 8.9 million followers. During the marriage, The respondent gained administrative access to the page. While she had access to the page, the respondent was able to totally remove the petitioner from the page and took actions locking him out of the page. After entry of the final judgment of divorce, petitioner has requested the respondent to return the access to the page to him, but respondent has refused. The respondent's willful refusals have deprived the petitioner of an extremely valuable intellectual property business asset that had formerly provided him with the vast majority of his business revenue or income, professional identity, and audience engagement. The above described actions of respondent violates paragraph 1, 2, 3A, and 5 of the settlement agreement and order and final judgment of divorce. What they were saying about that 8.9 million page, y'all? Somebody let me know. What was they saying about that, y'all? Wasn't they saying RH lied about that page? Y'all do know that there is evidence to back up these claims, right? Y'all do know that he can't just say this in this paperwork. He got to back it up with proof, right? For the ones in the back. All of this has to be proven. This ain't social media. This is real court right here. This is what Pac goes by. You can't just tell me anything. I need to see the proof. I need to see the receipts, baby. Because they were saying that he lied about his page and she ain't had nothing to do with it. But according to court documents, she had a lot to do with it. Oh, it's gonna get real good. It's gonna get real good, baby. Okay, it's gonna get real good. So hold on, y'all. Let me see where we at. Let me see. Hold up, y'all. My child texting me. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, school. I know I gotta answer the babies. Now I gotta answer the babies. All right, let's see. Okay, it says, let me make it a little bigger. Since entry of the final judgment of divorce, the respondent, LaOnya, has also violated the child protection portions of the settlement agreement by leaving the party's minor child, Amora Hampton, alone and unsupervised with an individual, one Walter Battle, who has a criminal history of prior child sexual abuse charges in North Carolina. On multiple occasions, these actions of the respondent, LaOnya, violate the provisions of paragraph 4, third parties, which strictly prohibit such actions. And here's the thing when it comes to that contempt, because I don't think a lot of people are understanding, the context surrounding it. She agreed to that. When it comes to that divorce decree, that was an agreed upon, mutually signed, binding contract by both parties. That's what a lot of people missing. They put that together themselves. So to go against that is crazy. When you literally signed off on a legally binding document, right? Okay. So hold on, let me go to the bottom. Where we at? Let's see. So it says, let's see, make it a little bigger. On April 25th, 2025, the petitioner, RH, traveled to the minor child's elementary school to have lunch with his daughter, meet with her teachers, and discuss his daughter's academic and social progress. On that date, the petitioner was denied the right to visit his daughter or meet with and discuss her progress with her teachers, as the petitioner learned that the respondent had updated the school records to show that the petitioner was not to, hold on, let me go to the next page, have access to his daughter or engage with her teachers or pick up the child from school. You cannot do that when you have a custody agreement or order. You can't do that. These actions by the respondent, LaOnya, clearly violate paragraph 3B, custody and visitation, legal custody education provisions of the settlement agreement order, which provide that both parties shall have access to the child's educational records. that both may attend and be present for school events, that both shall have the right to talk with the child's teachers, and that both shall be entitled to have lunch with the child as long as the school allows. That's interesting. That's interesting. So we have number 6. Since entry of the settlement agreement order and the final judgment of divorce, the respondent has failed to provide timely notice of the party's daughter's kindergarten promotional exercise, elementary school orientation, start dates of the school year, meaning now. Now. Hold up, y'all. Start dates of the school year and scheduled medical appointments to the petitioner. Oh yeah, he want to know everything dealing with his child. He want to know her overall wellness when it comes to doctor's appointments. He wants to know her overall wellness when it comes to her education. All of that. This is what I mean when I did that live the other day when I was telling y'all, some women not used to good baby daddies. Some women not used to that. When they used to having baby daddies who allow them to have that control and they just remove themselves in their presence, that's what they used to. And that's what she's used to. She's not used to an involved baby daddy who wants all around access when it involves his child. She ain't used to that. But she better get used to that. Because if not, she gonna be in trouble. Ain't no way in hell I would risk losing the physical legal custody of my child for breaking this order constantly. It's no way. It's no way. So, hold on, y'all. Let me see where we at. Okay. Schedule medical appointments to the petitioner. These actions violate the child custody and visitation A and B provisions of the settlement agreement order as well. Number 7, since entry of the final judgment of divorce on multiple occasions, the respondent, Laonia, has refused to allow the petitioner to telephone/video time with his daughter while she is with the respondent, Laonia. These actions of the respondent violate the father's right to at least 15 minutes of telephone/video time with his daughter each day provided by paragraph 3, custody and visitation. Hold on, what that say? C2 of the settlement agreement and order. And y'all know, one thing that I told y'all is these judges do not play about these babies. Keeping a child away from the father is another form of neglect. Kids need both parents, not just one. In the court of law, they consider this a form of neglect. They will strip away your rights. This is why you don't put the people in your life, baby. If you know you want complete control, keep them people out your life. Because when you go to the courts being spiteful, being bitter, thinking that it's going to only work in your favor, that's the worst thought process you can have. The worst. Because you literally put them people, the government, in control of your whole situation. Your whole situation. It's like relinquishing your control, your power, signing away your rights to your own child. Because now the government dictates what you and the other parent does when it comes to your child. In other words, 2 grown adults can't get it together. So let me get that up out you. Let me tell y'all what y'all need to do and what y'all gonna do, or y'all gonna face these penalties. That's how it works. That's how it works. But they don't play about that, y'all. They do not play, and a lot of these men don't know their rights. The courts do not play when it comes to keeping a child away from the other parent, whether that child is in physical custody, with the mom or the dad. They don't play by that. They don't play by that. I'm telling y'all. We're gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Y'all will see. I have a cousin, y'all, who got custody of all 6 of his kids just off the strength of the mama keeping them away, not letting him visit with them children. The judge made an example. Full custody, all 6. All 6. And now they living in Houston with the dad and his wife. So let me see where we at. Hold up, y'all. Okay, next page, number 8. It says, in addition, the respondent, Laonia, has also violated the final judgment of divorce by publicly posting on social media the parties' private affairs concerning their daughter. Y'all remember that passport situation that her baby daddy number one validated? Yeah, that's also a contempt in here. And by allowing third parties, including her other children's father, Sleepy, shout out to Sleepy for helping, to post about an issue regarding the petitioner's failure to sign passport documents for the child. These actions of the respondent violate the provisions of paragraph 4, third parties, and paragraph 5, social media, as they prohibit a third party from posting about the minor child in issue. Ooh. Baby, listen, I would not want to be her in that court date tomorrow. I would not want to be her, y'all. 6:20 in here. What we looking like on the lights, y'all? Are we liking or are we lacking? One of my mods let me know in the chat. So it says number 9. During July 2025, the respondent confirmed, respondent being LaOnya, confirmed that the petitioner, RH, could exercise his birthday visitation with the child on the child's birthday, right? Y'all remember MoMo just had a birthday in July. She told him that he could have the child on her birthday, right? But she ended up switching it up. However, the respondent, LaOnya, refused to follow up with the petitioner regarding exactly when he could see his daughter, despite requests by petitioner to do so, and he was unable to spend time with his daughter as the parties had mutually agreed. And all he needs is that proof. All he needs is that proof. So he didn't get to spend time with her on her birthday because the mom, y'all know what she posted on social media. That little fun jumping stuff. Yeah. The agreement also provides that the petitioner would have at a minimum weekend visitation with his child from Friday until Sunday on the 1st, 3rd, and 5th weekends of every month, unless the parties had agreed otherwise. However, the father was unable to visit with his daughter on the 3rd weekend in June, the 1st and 3rd weekends of July 2025. Remember y'all coming in my chat asking me why RH ain't been having his baby? This is why. She been keeping her away, right? And the 1st weekend in August 2025. Despite his request for visitation during those time periods, the respondent advised petitioner that he could have the child the weekend of August 1st, 2025, and then the weekend of August 8th, 2025, but she has not let the petitioner see his daughter during either August weekend as well. The petitioner has not seen his daughter since July 13th, 2025, due to respondent's violations of the settlement agreement order. I wonder what her people got to say about this. I'm intrigued. I would really like to know, because what's the excuse? Why isn't she giving him the baby again? Don't she say she never get a break? And she stretched so thin when it comes to all them cheering. So why are we keeping this man the if you ask me, the only father that's actually real active and trying? Why are we making it hard for him again, y'all? Any bushwhacker that supports her, would you like to speak up for her? Since a lot of y'all like to enable her behavior, why are we keeping her away from her daddy again? Oh, okay. Let me know. We got time. So let me know in the chat, right? So hold on. Let me see where we at. Ooh, now my earphones falling, child. Hold up, y'all. Let me see where I done stopped off, child. Okay. August. Dang, where did I stop off? The petitioner has not seen his daughter since July 13th, 2025, due to respondents' violations of, okay, I read that part, custody and visitation, C1 of the divorce decree. Okay, let's go to the next page. Hold on. Okay, it starts off here. Since April 16, 2024, the respondent has had multiple instances of overnight travel when she could not be available to care for the child. When she did not have a qualified family member available to babysit the child. During these instances, the respondent has failed to contact the petitioner so that he could exercise his right of first refusal. For the ones in the back that don't know what first refusal is is the parent basically, if the mom has to go out of town, right? She calls the father first to get his child. And if he can't get, that's his first right to refusal. Then you go to the next person. You don't go to other people first and don't give the father the option. That's all in their divorce decree that she agreed to. Okay. So hold on. Let me see where we at. uh During these instances, the respondent, Laonia, failed to contact the petitioner so that he could exercise his right of first refusal by violating the provisions of paragraph 9, rights of first refusal. The petitioner should be entitled to make up visits for all these missed time periods. You know, they like to say RH is, just doing this for show and he's such a bad dad. Why is he asking for makeup visits then? That's an interesting question, right? How many bad dads that only do it for social media want makeup visits for the visits that they missed in the past? Okay. Not too many. Not too many want actually want to spend that time with their child. So, number 10, the respondent's actions, which were willful in nature, as described in the prior paragraphs, constitute willful violations of the provisions of the parties' settlement agreement order that were also incorporated into the final judgment of divorce, and the petitioner should be entitled to all legal and equitable relief available to him. Meaning, she need to be paying his lawyer fees, just like she want him to pay hers. Yeah, let me get that up at you. Since we had to go through this because you giving me all these issues, I think you should be responsible for my lawyer fees as well. That's how you do it in court, baby. That's how you do it in court. Thank you, Miss Ilka, for getting that membership, my love. Okay, number 11, it says, it has become necessary for the petitioner to engage the services of the undersigned attorney, incur attorney fees, and to incur additional expenses of litigation in order to enforce and secure compliance with the provisions of this court's final judgment of divorce entered by this court on April 14, 2024. The petitioner's request an award of attorney's fees payable by the respondent to compensate for him for these attorney fees and expenses that he has incurred. Wherefore, petitioner Robert L. Hampton prays for the following relief. This is what he's asking for as repercussions of her violating all of the court's orders, right? Okay, it says A, this court enter an order granting the petitioner first amended motion for contempt, and that the respondent, Laonia, be attached for contempt and found to be in willful violation. That's the first one. Of this court settlement agreement order and final judgment of divorce entered by the court on April 16, 2024. B, that the respondent be ordered to remove any reposted social media content and defamatory, derogatory, or unflattering materials regarding the petitioner. That's B. C, that the respondent be ordered not to engage or encourage any third parties to publicly discuss the petitioner or of any litigation between the parties, and enjoining respondent from sharing, disclosing, authorizing the sharing of private communications, they private text messages, including but not limited to text messages, emails, recorded phone calls, or parenting app content with third parties or on social media platforms, and that she be enjoined from encouraging, enticing, or participating in any conduct that results in public harassment, mass reporting, defamation, or cyberbullying of the petitioner, right? And all of that, y'all keep that in mind. All that stuff that happened with Sherelle, all of that is in the contempt as evidence. Yeah. So it says, hold on. Not number, child. D. ordering the respondent to take corrective action, including making written requests to third-party individuals and platforms to remove, delete, or retract any content, post, or commentary derived from unauthorized disclosures or defamatory, derogatory, or unflattering statements related to the petition. E. Ordering the respondent to strictly comply with the final judgment's provisions relating to the child not being alone or unsupervised with any person, including Walter Battle, with a criminal history of child sexual abuse or physical abuse. F. Ordering the respondent to consistently allow and not monitor or interfere with the petitioner's daily phone/video calls with his daughter. And G, we have award the petitioner makeup visitation days to compensate him for any missed visitation days caused by the respondent's wrongful action. Then we have H, order the respondent to take immediate corrective action to ensure that the petitioner, hold up, go over here, has access to see his daughter at school, attend all school events. For the ones in the back that like to say RH don't go to graduations and this and that, yeah. Okay. Have access to all school records and to take any actions necessary to protect the petitioner's rights to advance notification of all school events and activities so that he may participate. Basically saying, put him on the notification list so that he can be made aware of every school event that his baby has, so he can be there in attendance. Not you showing up with Janashos and Walter. He wants to be there. He ain't trying to sit by y'all. He gonna sit on the other side. But he want to be there for his baby so she can see him in the bleachers too, or in the stands, or on the chair rooting for her. Yeah. We ain't gonna give him the wrong information or wait till the day of to give him the information, or not give him the information just so you can show up with your third baby dad and try to make him look like he's a father figure. We ain't doing that. Okay, let me see. Where we at, child? Okay, it says, that the petitioner receive awards of attorney's fees and litigation expenses in a reasonable amount regarding the drafting and arguing of this first amended motion for contempt, and J, for such other relief that this court deems just and proper. That was submitted on the 10th of August, right? Which a lot of this was already previously submitted with evidence. This is just a shorter version, like the summary, y'all. Resubmitted via his attorney that's representing him. I ain't gonna tell y'all the attorney name because it is signed at the bottom, but just know he got an attorney. Okay, he got one. All right, let's see what else they got. Okay, hold up. What is this? Petitioner's second amended petition for modification of child support. Okay. Thank you, Latte, my love. Thank y'all for supporting my little super chat go channel. Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button. What we doing on the lights, y'all? Somebody do we need to take a break? Or is the lights liking? Because we got almost 700 people in here. We should have at least 550 on the lights, baby. I know we're going to have some trolls. I know we're going to have some loyal supporters. That's why I never ask for 100%. I always ask for at least 85. Okay? Because I know how it go. I know how it go, y'all. But somebody let me know what them lights is doing. Okay. Let me see. Petitioner, second amended petition for modification of child support. The petitioner, R. Hampton, by and through his undersigned attorney, files this his second, y'all. It's kind of hard to read because the little you know how when the ink you start losing ink when you print out a file and it like kind of don't print out all the letters. That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving, child. 400, 200 likes. Come on, y'all. Y'all can do better than that. We got 665 in here. Don't tell me I need to run that intro. Can we get to 500 on the likes real quick? Real quick. Let's get to 500. Okay, let me see. Okay. Where was I? The petition, okay, I read that part. Buying through his undersigned attorney, his second amended petition for modification of child support, stating his claim against the respondent, be battle for a modification of child support, and alleges as follows. This is a petition for modification of child support filed pursuant, and then it's a code, of course. The respondent, LaOnya, is a resident. I ain't gonna read her area. We don't dox, baby. However, jurisdiction and venue are proper in this court, as this court continues to exercise the power to modify child support pursuant code, as the current child support order was rendered in Gwinnett County on April 16, 2024. Therefore, respondent is subject to the venue and jurisdiction of this court. Respondent has already been served with the initial process according to law. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the next one. Thank you, Miss Lolita. You said you are still the GOAT when it comes to bringing us tea. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. I feel like I'm one of the GOATs. I'm not the GOAT. I am a GOAT in my own prospect. Okay, I feel like we all good at what we do, y'all. Everybody is collectively good at what they do on their platform. We just all bring a little something different, y'all. But I appreciate you for recognizing me, baby. I appreciate you, my love. Oh, y'all, my chat saying run the intro. They not doing good on the live show. Thank you, Tokyo. Pop, keep dropping that tea for us. You know I will. You know I got y'all, girl. You know I got y'all. Okay, period. Come on, y'all. We got 6:56 in the building. I'm trying not to run that intro because I gotta get off of here too, child. But y'all gotta do something with them lights, baby. We got to get that's free. The like button is free. Okay, that's free. Y'all got to come on, show me some love with them lights. Shout out to my loves who support my little goal, but I need that like button. We need to be in that algorithm. We got to keep ourselves in the algorithm. Let's see, 442. MoMo and Robert are the motion. She lost her 2 prize. Janelle ain't ish. I agree with you, Pop. As a collective, you all are. Yep. That's how I look at it. I'll never, even though, you know, one of my homies did say, Pop, you are a GOAT. I don't look at it like that. I feel like it's a collective type of situation. We all good at what we do. We all bring something different to our platforms, which makes us all unique and all different, you know. But hey, let me see. No, Pop, they being stingy with them. Like, okay, we're gonna run the intro. I'm gonna go pee because I ain't got on no Depends today, y'all.
Yeah, you tuned in to Lou Pac, baby. She don't follow trends, she follow facts. Receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go, let's go. L-U-P-A-C, baby don't play. She speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back. All receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-E-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. Go. She don't do drama, she drop data. Scroll the page, now or later. You'll see lies get exposed and the fake get froze like refrigerators. Name ring bells like second line. Speak real, no need to lie. She from the south with a strong survivor. Snakes don't make it out alive. L-U-P-A-C, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury. She deliver with that heat. You won't clap, but she got truth. No sugar in her speech. Independent, bold and real. This Lupac baby, capiche? They scrolling, she exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Lupac don't just react. She the code what's not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined. Got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built her own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne. L-U-P-A-C, baby don't bend. She speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back. All receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth. Got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-E-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. L-U-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. L-U-A-C,
Okay, y'all, we back in the fold. Back in the fold. Thank you, Miss Simone. I appreciate you, my love. I think we did go up on the likes, y'all. Ouch, I wasn't even paying attention. I was commenting in the chat, but I think we did go up a little bit. I said y'all get to 500, which was like 40 something more likes. Y'all know I ain't greedy with the likes, but I mean, come on now. 600 people in the building, almost 700 people. We could do a little better than 388. That's crazy. I know majority of my supporters being alive. It ain't just trolls. Because I done had lives where I done had 700 people in here and we done got to 600 likes. So I know for a fact I don't be having a whole lot of trolls in my live stream. It be my people. Period. Okay. Hey, Shiata. Hey to everybody that's coming in. Okay, y'all. Let me see. Let me see. Where do we stop? Okay, the respondent currently has primary physical custody of the party's minor child, A. Hampson, year birth 2019, by virtue of a final judgment and decree of divorce entered in the Superior Court of Gwinnett on April 16, 2024. Okay, hold on. It's a little blurry. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Oh, let me put some eye drops in. Hey, Queen Fee, what's up, my love? Shout out to you. I don't want to read what the income was. Okay, let me see. It says the petitioner was ordered to pay the sum of $13.89 per month to support the party's minor child according to the provisions of the final judgment of decree. Wait, judgment and decree, y'all. I'm trying my hardest, but it's a little, some of the spots is a little spaces, so I gotta figure it out. Divorce rendered on April 16, 2024. At the time of the final judgment and decree of divorce was rendered, the petitioner was gainfully employed, RH, as a social media influencer, earning, wait, what is that word, child? Purported income of about, I ain't gonna say his income, y'all, but basically what they're saying is he could afford it at the time when it was first ordered, but because of all of the attacks, all of the mass reportings, all of that which stopped his livelihood, which got him demonetized, he can no longer afford to pay that. That's what that basically means, y'all. Okay? Period. And he proven it because he put his financial stuff in the paperwork too to show that this is what it is. Okay. It says, let's see, since the date of the final decree of divorce awarding child support of $13.89 monthly to the respondent, there has been a material and a substantial change in circumstances materially affecting the ability of the petitioner to continue to pay child support of $13.89 monthly. Okay, it says the material and substantial change of circumstances justifying a modification in the form of a reduction of the amount of child support paid by the petitioner to the respondent include A. After entry of the final judgment of divorce, respondent has filed and caused others to file false copyright infringement claims against petitioner. B. After entry of final judgment of divorce, respondent has made or has influenced others to make multiple false, public, defamatory, and derogatory statements against petitioner, cause mass reporting of petitioner's content, resulting in drastic loss of income to the petitioner. And y'all know how I feel about that. Me personally, exactly, Miss E. That's what I was about to say. She hurting herself. Ain't no way in hell. I don't care how much I dislike my baby daddy. We ain't affecting them coins. That's how you know she got baby brain. Cause a real woman, baby, I could be mad at you off this internet. I could pop my ish off the internet. The internet don't do nothing but bring forth a bunch of unwarranted opinions of people who don't even know your business for real, unless you're putting it out there, which is how we know her business. But that's besides. But ain't no way in hell I would have affected that type of bag, y'all. You know you gotta be blinded by bitterness, rage, and scornness to even be distracted enough to where you want to take this man down completely and affect your own bag. Ain't no way in hell. I'm not that mad. We ain't that mad, baby. Y'all, if I was her, baby, y'all gotta hush. Because y'all affecting my bag now. Y'all affecting what's coming to me and my child. But no, we want to take him down completely and think that we're going to still live a good lifestyle. That's not how karma works, baby. That's not how karma works when she's in a situation where she actually needs that child support. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. That's crazy. Okay. So let's see where we at. I think I read this part. Yeah, I read that part. I read this part. It says, see, after entry of the final judgment of divorce, respondent has caused several hate groups to form against petitioner to mass report petitioner's content. And D, after entry of the final judgment of divorce, respondent has wrongfully refused to return control over and access to a Facebook page under petitioner's name and content to him, despite numerous requests by petitioner requesting her to do so, resulting in drastic income loss to petitioner. That's that big 8.9 million page, y'all. He gave her, you know what, RH, that was the worst thing you could have done. Married or not. Ain't no way in hell I would have gave somebody that I was married to for 3 months, 3 to 5 months, control over that type of asset. That type of business asset. Y'all, he barely had to post on that 8.9 million page and was generate like, y'all, imagine the money he was making from that page alone. Imagine the money. She knew exactly what she was doing. She wanted to take him down. That's what that gave. Like, I don't want you to see not another dime from this page. She ain't want nobody else to experience that type of coin connected to him. Because you know he gonna take care of his women. He gives the provider type of man. Child, listen. But ain't no way in hell I would have gave her administrative control over now type of business assets that valuable. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Okay? All right, hold on. Let's see. So, hey to everybody that's coming in. Shout out to y'all. Y'all, please hit that like button for your girl and support my little goal if y'all can. I think I got like 5 or 6 left on my goal. I think 5. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see where we at, y'all. Okay. I read that part. Number 7, as a direct and proximate result of the respondent's wrongful actions as alleged in paragraph 6, what I just read about his page, the petitioner's monthly gross income has declined by much more than 25% per month, and his income from his major source of income, petitioner's social media platform monetization streams, as almost totally halted. That is crazy. Number 8, the petitioner has not filed any prior actions to modify the amount of child support that he owes since entry of the final judgment of divorce rendered on April 16, 2024, incorporating the parties' settlement agreement child support provisions that they agreed upon on March 9, 2024. Number 9, the petitioner's involuntary loss of income has created an extreme financial hardship to petitioner, and he requests the court to schedule an expedited, temporary, or final hearing to be conducted after the parties have completed discovery in this action due to the petitioner's financial hardship caused by his involuntary loss of income. The petitioner requests that the portion of child support attributable to his involuntary loss income cease to accrue as of the date that this action for modification of child support and motion for contempt were served on the respondent herein. Basically, what he's saying is stop with them arrears. Stop. Because I'm telling y'all, I ain't got the coin because of what she did, the part she played in literally taking down my livelihood. Imagine ruining somebody's livelihood than having your hand out to get from that very same livelihood. Child, listen, Linda. Hey, Tay, what's up, my love? Imagine that, y'all. That's some crazy, dirty work. Dirty work, child. Okay, let me see where we at, y'all. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Did I read this part? Yep, I read that. Not okay, I read that. Did I read this part? Yeah, I read that. Okay. It says number 10. Authorized section, whatever that section is, authorizes a reduction in the amount of child support to, hold up. What the hell? Wait. This page don't look like that. Okay, hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Okay. Authorizes a reduction in the amount of child support to be paid. Let me blow it up. I mean, not blow it up, make it bigger. Bump that, YouTube. I didn't say that. Hold on, y'all. Be paid when a non-custodial parent suffers an involuntary loss of income resulting in at least a 25% reduction in gross income. The petitioner has suffered loss of income much more than 25%. Since the time, basically what it's saying is anytime a person has suffered a loss in income 25% or more, they're asking for, and normally the courts will grant a reduction in child support, especially when it's an involuntary loss. Like, is at no loss of his own. He didn't just quit his job, right? Okay. So it says, hold on, let me see, y'all. The petitioner suffered loss of income much more than 25% since the time final judgment and decree of divorce was rendered due to the wrongful actions of the respondent, causing the loss of monetization stream income from the social media platforms that paid petitioner in the past. The petitioner has incurred attorney fees, it's number 11, and litigation costs in connection with the prosecution of this second amended petition for modification of child support. The petitioner requests an award of reasonable attorney fees and litigation expenses payable by a respondent pursuant, and then it's the code. Wherefore, the petitioner prays for the following relief. A, that Rule Nisi issue to schedule a temporary hearing to obtain an order decreasing the amount of child support that the petitioner owes to the respondent during the pendency of these proceedings after the parties have had sufficient time to complete discovery. Basically, go over evidence, right? B, that this court issue an order granting the petitioner's second amended petition to modify child support to a reasonable amount, decreasing the amount of child support that the petitioner currently owes to a fair amount calculated pursuant to the Georgia Child Support Guidelines, and for entry of an order providing that the portion of child support attributable to the petitioner's lost income not accrue from the date of service of the original petition for modification of child support upon the respondent. C, that an expedited hearing be granted pursuant that code after the parties have had time to complete discovery. He's basically saying bump them arrears because I can show you proof that my income has been affected and decreased well over 25% or at least halted at this point. He can show proof of that and go according to the guidelines. So the Atlanta child support guidelines, he can prove to them that, hey, this is what she did, this is what she co-signed, this is what she validated, and this is how it has affected my income. Okay. Thank you, Miss Valerie. You said she should include that clip from where Janelle was making MoMo scared of her daddy. That can't be included. Anything prior to the divorce decree cannot be included in this order. But y'all, if you seen the contempt, like if you was in my members only, he got more than enough. He got more than enough. The stuff that was already submitted, and I'm pretty sure it's stuff that wasn't submitted. That's going, whatever. But he got more than enough according to the contempt that has already been filed. But all that old stuff, y'all, it can't be used. It can't be used according to their divorce decree. Okay, which is unfortunate, but yeah. But I feel like she did more than enough at this point to where he don't even need that. He don't need that, child. Because Janelle is not allowed to put baby girl on camera or none of that. He ain't allowed to, use that child to try to antagonize her dad. He can't do none of that. That's all. That will put her in contempt as well. That will put her in contempt. Okay, let me see what else we got. Hold on, y'all. Oh, it says D, that he be awarded reasonable attorney fees and litigation expenses, and E, my bad, y'all. It looked like a C, child. That he have such other additional relief as the court deems equitable and appropriate. Okay? Let me see if there's something else. Let's see. Nope, that's it. So, if y'all notice, the custody wasn't mentioned here because it's going to be a separate situation, right? Y'all know they don't do contempt and custody in the same hearing. But let me say this, it's a possibility that, based on my experience, it's a possibility that the judge can, because I want to say it's the same judge on all of the paperwork, y'all. So it is a strong possibility that that judge can say, you know what, we're going to unalive two birds with one stone. I feel like this is more than enough evidence, more than enough contempt to make an example, to set an example, and to teach her a lesson. The judge can do that. They can do that. But that's why the custody wasn't mentioned here, y'all, because it's two separate things. This is just about the contempt. So they ain't even including the custody situation and all of that evidence, child. That's something totally different. But y'all know we're going to get to that once that's submitted. Yeah, after tomorrow. Hopefully they update them records tomorrow. We'll have another big live, child, but I don't know. We'll have to see y'all. We'll have to see y'all. Thank you, Luscious. You say she's about to lose what little mind she has left. Y'all, imagine that, though. Imagine withholding a child from her father right before a custody and contempt hearing. As if you don't have all of this evidence, factual evidence stacked against you. That is crazy. Only if shout out to Miss E, because I'm really convinced that she's trying to just hand her over at this point. Ain't no way in hell I would still be keeping my child away from her father, knowing all of that can be used against you. That's some crazy work, y'all. That is some crazy work. That's why I'm real convinced that she doing that on purpose. It's given she doing that on purpose. Yeah. That's what it's given to me. I'm sorry. Let me go up a little bit in y'all comments. No, I don't believe. Wait, I'm reading the wrong one, child. Hold up. The only thing that might mess him up is he didn't give anything to. I don't think that will, though, Tyrese. Now reading it now, how it's laid out, because that don't always affect the father, y'all. Especially when the situation, like he has proof that his income has damn near halted. So, you can't really take nothing from nothing. And the judge is also taking into consideration that, the father's bills also. They have to live also. They have to have a shelter. They have, I'm not a shelter, but shelter. They have to be able to survive also, right? Not saying is right or anything like that, to not give towards your child or take care of your child. But he also has proof that he has provided for his child, even with him not paying that child support. He still does something for his baby. She doesn't have to provide. That's the thing, y'all. That's the thing. We so hell bent on child support, but you keeping the baby from the dad, which is literally putting a strain on you, because when she's with her dad, LaOnya does not have to provide for her. So you not making it easy on yourself. When she with her daddy, she don't send no clothes. He gotta buy clothes for her just for her to be over there. He does that damn near every visitation. They always going somewhere. They ain't never just sitting in the house. All of that, is taken into account when you go to court. Even though, some situations the judge will consider certain things gifts, but I don't know about this situation. I think they'll consider it, as him still providing for his child, especially while she's with him. So she can't just say, oh, he didn't do anything. He didn't do nothing at all. I could see if he just stopped paying it and he like bumping, I ain't gonna do jack ish. But we've seen him still do for his child, shop for his child, and all of that, all of that. So basically, if you ask me, that child support is really to pay her bills because it's not like Momo is in private school, so it ain't school expenses. He's not paying tuition. She goes to public school. Um, from the divorce decree that I see, she does pay insurance on the kids, and it did have an amount of 300. I don't know if that was a collective amount. I'm pretty sure that ain't just for one child. Pretty sure $300 ain't insurance just for one child. That's probably for all her kids together monthly. I'm saying. So I'd have to go back and look at the paperwork, y'all, to validate that. But yeah, based on the paperwork that he just submitted, he's asking for those. If you're going by the guidelines, this is where the law comes in at, right? If your income has been affected by at least 25% or more, like a decrease or halt, then according to the guidelines, it could be forgiven. So if they go by that, then he should be good. He should be good and still show proof that, hey, judge, I couldn't give this, but I still did this. I still did that, and even with her, her time with me, and that's my thing, because if we looking at it logically, right? Like I said, when the baby girl is with her dad, her mama don't have to do nothing for her. She's not under her roof when she's with her dad. So the fact that you would keep her away from her dad, you're literally asking for that extra responsibility. Logically thinking, y'all, think about it like that. Why not send her with her dad? That's one less mouth you gotta feed when she's with her dad. Make it make sense. I don't know, child, but it's gonna get real good. It's gonna get real good. Tomorrow gonna be interesting. I think they're gonna be deliberating for some hours though, because it's a lot, y'all. That's a lot in that paperwork. That's a lot. This was just a little summary. Just a little summary. But in that actual paperwork, y'all, I'm talking about validations, like evidence, all of the supporting evidence. He really got, I'm talking about they coming for blood. Like he got some shit, okay? Y'all know I don't even be cussing. But he ain't playing with her. And you could tell if you looking at this paperwork based on how he was moving prior, he gave her too much grace. Too much grace. Because if you've been sitting on all of this, and here's the thing, y'all, and I done told y'all this before. Imagine the things baby girl has told her daddy. Momo is smart for 6 years old. All of that a Bruce Lie on you didn't experience, them kids was in the home. They was in the home. And that ain't even counting the stuff that the internet don't know that baby probably done told her daddy. But that's going to be for the custody situation. And if RH, if you listening, I wouldn't be surprised if she ain't kept her away from you just so she can't tell you nothing else. Put that on the floor. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if she ain't kept that baby away this far because that court date approaching, just so she could, y'all, now that I'm thinking about it, it's possible that something could have happened in between all of this time and she don't want Momo to spill the beans to her daddy. Because mind you, according to the paperwork, she keeping her from him and he ain't getting to talk to her either. So he ain't seen or heard from his child since I want to say what it said, y'all, July 13th, if not before that. I think it said July. No, let me see. Hold on. I wanna say the actual date. Hold up, y'all. I don't want to give the wrong date. Cause think about it. Why would child listen? Hold up, y'all. Let me find that date. Let me find that date. Now that I really think about it. Now that I really, really think about it. Because if we going off of subliminals and stuff that been posted on social media, some breakups done happened, baby. Some things done transpired. Okay? Once in a bruiser, always in a bruiser. Period. Period. Now it said he ain't been putting hands and feet on her, but that mouth still reckless from what the streets is saying. The mouth is still very much reckless, very much disrespectful when him don't get him way like a baby. Okay, hold on. Where we at? I'm trying to find that date, y'all. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Damn. Let's see. Okay, here we go. It says, let's see. April 24th. Okay, that's not it. Where is that doggone date? During July 2025. Okay, there's not a current position, extra visitation. Agreement also provides petitioner. Okay. The respondent advised petitioner that he could have the child the first week of August 2025. No, August 8th. Oh shoot, hold up. But she has not let the petitioner see his daughter during either August weekend as well. The petitioner has not seen his daughter since July 13th. July 13th. He ain't seen or heard from his child. So the fact that she's withholding all contact, all communication, all physical interaction, I personally believe that it's something that she's hiding. And she don't want baby. Because why? Think about it, y'all. That's why I keep saying, who in their right mind gonna withhold a child, alienate a child from the other parent right before a very important court date? That's real interesting to me. Because guess who will be held in contempt? Guess who will be in trouble for that? Her. Her. And she knows that. She knows that you can't, first of all, she can't say, oh, he didn't just get her, because they actually have proof via communications that was submitted to show that she has been leading him on, saying, hey, I'm going to let you get a such and such. And then when such and such date come, she's not responding. So, yeah, I personally think that if I was our age, if I was him, I would talk to the judge or talk to your attorney, and I would ask, because this is, to me, this raises concern. Right before a court date, all communication has halted. I would literally be concerned, and I would try to see if my attorney can get the judge to talk to the child. Can we bring the child in, so social worker, somebody that works child services, that whatever, can speak with my child to see what's going on? Because why 1 minute y'all good, the next minute, I just don't see nobody willfully, intentionally withholding a child from the other parent, knowing they're at risk already of losing their child without a reason. Make it make sense, y'all. Who in their right mind gonna do that? Knowing it's gonna only affect them. Unless I'm trying to avoid my child from sharing something that she witnessed. That's just me. Y'all know how my brain works, child. I don't know. Something in the milk ain't clean, baby. Something in the milk ain't clean. The court date is tomorrow, the business. It's tomorrow, y'all. The 12th. The 12th. I probably go live and we just do a little 1-2, wait for even though I don't think that it's gonna be updated the same day, because I personally think I think it's the court dates I think it starts at 9 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. If somebody knows in the chat, they can correct me, but I think it's 9 a.m. Um, but with all of that paperwork, all of that evidence, it's gonna be time consuming. Like the deliberations and stuff, it's gonna be time consuming. So I wouldn't be surprised if they ain't in there for hours. They ain't in there for hours, y'all. Both has attorneys. So yeah. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised, baby. And you can tell by paperwork who's a little bit more experienced. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. Because if you looking at LaOnya's side, she could have did that herself. Ain't no way I'll pay an attorney $3,800 to put that together. Ain't no way in hell. Baby, you got to do better. I'm at risk of losing my child. I'm gonna need you to do a little bit more. I'm gonna need you to do a little bit more and at least provide some type of evidence. Because if we keeping it a buck, a counter was issued, but I didn't see no evidence issued on that side. It was just counter. So I'm gonna verify. I'm gonna validate that, yo. I'm gonna validate that though. But I ain't never received. I seen all. I received evidence from our agents stuff that's in the court docs and the evidence, paperwork, all of that. But I only receive paperwork when it comes to LaOnya. Now, don't get me wrong, I could be prematurely speaking where her attorney could submit evidence tomorrow. But I don't know. Something telling me it's not gonna go like it ain't gonna go like that. Something telling me it's not gonna go like that. I don't know, y'all. Authentic young lady say, "Hello, Tupac." Not Tupac, girl. Spell check, but it's all good. A lot of people be saying it. I've seen live where a mother's kids was taken from her because she was contempt of court and the father was behind on payments in Atlanta. So I don't think that it don't, y'all. They don't go off of that. They don't go off of. They not gonna okay. They're not now. They'll consider it. Don't get me wrong, right? But because he has so much stacked against her, as far as contempt, etc. Even let's say, let me tell y'all this too. Based on my experience, you cannot withhold or alienate a child from the other parent just because they're not making child support payments. That's like you abusing your power and going against the court's orders, or like you above the court. Because here's the thing: if they behind on their child support payments, you send it to the courts. You make the courts aware, and then they issue a punishment or whatever. You can't take it into your own hands. You can't just withhold a child from their father just because you ain't got a couple of child support payments. You can't do that. Because one, it looks like the child is being used as a pawn. One, a dollar sign, the child is being viewed as a dollar sign. You had the wrong intentions with even procreating that child, because if we only allowing the child to be with the other parent based on the money, that's crazy. Why did you really have the child? Not saying that for this situation, y'all, but I'm basically giving an example and saying that she can't do that. They will consider it, granted, but I don't think it's going to affect him in this situation. The only thing they'll probably do is, okay, you got to catch her with your arrears, whatever, whatever. But he also submitted for the arrears to be removed based on, the percentage and according to the legal guidelines with child support that he has been affected due to her action. Her actions. No actions of his own. Her actions. So all of that will be considered. All of that will be, it's going to be investigated. It's going to be looked at. All of that, y'all. That's why I say they're gonna be in there for some hours because it's a lot. That RH been submitting paperwork since child probably March. He been stacking the odds against her. He was playing chess, basically. He was playing chess, basically. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna affect him. I think a lot of people think that because they just looking at the numbers, but the it's all about the child for real, for real. Even though of course they gonna consider the financial portion of it, but it's really about the best interest of the child. You can't just alienate that child because you're not getting no payments, no child support payments. So the judge gonna look at you like you crazy. So you only allowing them to see their child when they paying you child support? That's what we doing? Okay. Let me see. Our age moves so smooth. That's why they hate him so much. Yep. Wants child support, but he can't see his child. I'm telling y'all, I really do believe it's a reason behind why she just randomly stopped letting him get that child. Because if y'all remember, he was getting his baby every visitation with no issue. With no issue, y'all. Up until recently. The closer the court date got, that's when she stopped. She starts, halted all communication. And that's what makes me feel like it's a reason behind it. I don't think she just did that to be ugly because she knows that it will affect her. Like this a court order in place, baby. A judge will literally take custody away from you for denying visitation. That alone, that ain't even count contempt. I just told y'all my cousin, one of my guy cousins, got full custody of all 6 of his kids. They live with him and his wife in Texas now. Just for denial of visitation. That's it. Them judges don't play behind that. They look at both parents as mutually responsible. When it comes to them kids, you ain't making that baby by yourself. You ain't made them by yourself. Nope. Nope. And they're going to consider all those contempts. And shout out to the way RH them got it set up, because if we looking at the paperwork, they got it so smooth, so organized. Like, this is what she did, and this is the paragraph in the divorce decree that we both signed to. Legally binding documents that we both signed to. This is how she broke it. This is the contempt. This is how she broke it. This is the contempt. This is how she broke it. It's laid out like that perfectly. Judges love that. They love organization. They can't stand when them attorneys come in that courtroom not prepared. Like, because we got to get it together. Like, we got people behind y'all. So yeah, kudos, some little bonus points, little cookie for them, child. Little cookie. Yes, ma'am. If you're just coming in, y'all definitely got to catch the replay if y'all just coming in. Knowledge hungry say you can't talk logical to a psychopath. Did they say I respectfully disagree? She has her most of the time, and the child support can be used to keep a roof over the child's head. So if she does pay a bill, water, lights, gas, etc., it's still been no, that definitely does. I'm not saying that the child support, that's why I said bill. It's going towards bills. That me saying that, listen, that's why I gotta kind of really, really explain, because I don't want y'all to miss it when I don't always give context. That's why I be stressing it, y'all. But I'm not saying that the child support it literally goes towards bills. Like, literally. Because she don't have her in. It's not like he's paying tuition. A lot of times they'll order the father to pay the tuition, the insurance, and stuff like that. That's how it be a lot of times. Like, if y'all remember with Safari and Erica, like, he had to pay. I forgot, y'all. I forgot how much he had to pay, but it was one of those influencer celebrity dads that had to pay the tuition or whatever. But they normally make the father pay the tuition. But she's not in public school. I mean, she's not in private school, so she's just in public school. But that goes towards bills. I would never disagree with that. Unless now we can say it's supposed to go towards bills. That ain't guaranteed that most mothers are using it for bills. Some of them probably use it for whatever they want, child. But it's supposed to. It's supposed to help with those household expenses when it comes to that child because that child is living there. But what I'm saying is when the baby is not there, he's still doing for the child. That's what I was saying. Like he's still providing for his baby when she's not there. It's not like he's just not doing nothing. That's what I mean. Let me go down. Let's see. Sounds like I missed something good. You did, girl. You did. This court case is going to be lit. Sure will. Too bad we can't. Too bad it ain't televised like Johnny Depp. Child. Y'all remember that? Johnny Depp was like, you ruined my He said you ruined my public image. We gonna put this in the public. Ain't no closed courthouse for this one, baby. We doing it publicly. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something real quick. Hold up. Um, wait, what is this? Okay, I'm gonna have to read this when I get off live because it's too much. It's too much for the person that just sent me that. I have to look at that when I get off live because I don't want to, get distracted too much. Let me see. Let me go down. Sending the baby without clothes and no hair unkept. That's another thing too. I guess she feel like, well, he ain't been paying the child support, so I ain't combing her hair. But child, that's a whole nother situation, y'all. But it's gonna be real good. Tomorrow gonna be crazy. Tomorrow's gonna be real crazy. But I really do believe, y'all, it's a reason why she been withholding that child most recently. Cause why else? Why else would she do it? Like, why would she jeopardize herself knowing you just paid an attorney, knowing you already got all of these contempts stacked against you, some already including exclusion of visitation. So who in their right mind would add to it right before the court date? That is crazy. I just don't see it. I just feel like it's a reason. I feel like it's something that maybe Momo seen, and she would much rather take her lick with that contempt than letting that baby go with her daddy and telling whatever it is. I wouldn't be surprised because I'm pretty sure Momo already gave her daddy an earful. Think about it, y'all. We talking about a 6-year-old being exposed to a whole lot over there. So yeah, that's interesting. And to top it off, another thing that can be used against her is the fact that she's literally been living in this man's house. You physically came to the internet and told the world that this man has a demon. He's a monster. He's abusive. He spit on you. He choked. Even though you try to take it back, it does not take away from the fact that you came to the internet and said all of these things. You've posted ring doorbell camera footage. All of that can be used against her, y'all. I don't think that. I think people not thinking about that too. All of that can be used against her as far as the well-being of the child, the environment of the child, the children. Even though it's just Momo that this situation pertaining to, but all of that can be used to validate an unsafe environment. If you came to the internet and told the internet that this man was abusive to you and that he's very disrespectful, he does all these things and all of this different stuff, how do I know that my child is not in harm's way when she's with y'all? If he's this way, it's a lot, y'all. It's a whole lot, chow. It's a whole lot, chow. Did you notice that Janelle took down the Martin script that he put up just a few days ago? Like he did? It was up yesterday. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see. Because he did. He had it up yesterday. If he took that down, that's sus. And it could be because of the court date also. They might be removing stuff, but it's a little too late for that. Because all this week she's been posting stuff of her at his house and this and that. So it's a little too late to try to remove stuff, child. Oh wow. If he did, she just posted something an hour ago that says love, loyalty, and a little bit of neighborhood tea. Hashtag loyalty. And she tagged him in the post. No, the Martin skit is still there. It's still there. Maybe you blocked to the person that said that. You might be blocked because it's still on his page. And he just added another one. So if y'all can't see it, y'all might be blocked, child. Let me go down. Hey Chazzy Red. Look like you hit the nail on the head. He's been seeing baby girl, and all of a sudden, nothing. I totally believe this. Like it makes sense. Cause why? Why put yourself at risk for more contempts when you already got them stacked against you? Y'all, he got a lot of contempts against her. Ain't no cap. If you one of my members, then you know what I'm talking about. Because I literally been reading them contempts out to y'all every time he dropped them in members only live. So if you ain't a member, go get that membership, child. You can go catch up with all of that. Yeah. But yeah, he got a lot. I think this been going on since March this year. So it's a lot stacked against her, child. Thank you, Miss Fila. 5 more supers, y'all. Show your girl some love. Clear out my goals since I did my 1-2 on this live for my people. I don't know what the lights is looking like, but we at the end, so it don't matter, y'all. It don't matter. But definitely clear out my goal if y'all can. Miss Tisa say yes, Tupac, and I think that's why they have sealed the case that includes the minor children. But they gotta watch out on you. She is very dirty. Ain't no telling what she's saying about her father. But this the thing though, y'all. She can say anything, but you gotta prove that. Y'all keep in mind it's the same person that went to court with Queen Steph and was literally in the courtroom trying to tell the judge that Queen Steph put a very disgusting lie out about her involving her and her father, but couldn't prove it. How you go? You can't do that. You can't do that in court. What she do on social media, I think it really didn't clouded her judgment, like her brain. Because she thinks that she can bring that behavior to real court and it's gonna sustain. And it's not. It's not. You can't move the same way. You gotta have that proof, baby. You can't go in a real courtroom and say, oh, this person did this person said that about my kids, but then can't prove it. How you know they said it? Where's the proof? How are we gonna know you being honest? Because the judge don't know your credibility. They ain't gonna take your word in court, especially when somebody's else expenses on the line. Like, no, they don't just go off a word of mouth, baby. You gotta show me something. You gotta show them something. They ain't gonna just take your word for it. That's not how they go. But she thinks that's how that goes. And that's why I think if she had this lawyer, child, she'd have been so unprepared, y'all. That already thought a lawyer would have railroaded her in there. And I really feel like they still will because the difference in the presentation of the paperwork is crazy. No cap in my rap. When I look at both sides, it's like it's given that her attorney just threw something together to, represent her. It just, y'all. We're gonna have one. I think after the court date, we'll have one day where we really go in depth and like break everything down. I'm gonna have to get somebody up here to help because it's a lot. It's a whole lot, y'all. But yeah, we'll have one day where we really go in depth and break it all down because I really feel like her lawyer just took her money. That's what he gave. Like that, she just took her money. Ooh, child. But that's crazy. Because I ain't gonna lie, if I was her, the way she been moving, I would have been moving completely different, knowing this is what's coming up and what's on the line here. But you never know. You never know. It's still kind of giving that she just on some. Let me just hand her over because ain't no way I would be moving how she moving, knowing what's at stake. Tay say, or she is keeping her away to get the time in because she knows she's gonna lose. That could be true too, Tay. She might be scared of that also. Yep. That could be two things could be true at once. Let's just say that for that situation. So that could be true too. Yep. Hey April, when did Booger clean that carpet pot? That's probably when something happened because she took them kids and went home. Oh, this was a couple weeks ago. Hey corporate thugger, Mika in this bitch. Shout out to you, my love. Um, you said it does not matter because she leaving digital fingerprints of her neglect and a bruise right before our eyes. A bruise has been displayed in front of her kid. Yep, that's true. Show has. Show has, baby. Let me see. Let me go down. Hurt people. Facts. Is the new woman she's bitter? Is the new woman. Oh, that could be true too, y'all. That's another thing. Well, no, because she started keeping her. Well, no, because if we going off of the timeline that RA said, he been dealing with this new lady for about a month now, little over a month. So if we looking at the timeline, then that could be it. Because just because RH came to the internet, right, with a time, with whatever, with the lady, doesn't mean that Laomi didn't know about her behind the scenes through Momo. So that could be true. Because I mean, she did tell Momo. Remember, Dawn dropped that audio where she told Momo, "Don't talk to Miss Season." Yeah, yep. That is some crazy work, though. Imagine you trying to keep your child from talking to the people that her dad deal with, but your man over there cussing you out. Child, listen, Linda. That's some crazy work. Okay, let me get to the bottom. Hey, Bob. Hey, that's Jules. Hey to everybody that's coming in. Y'all gonna definitely have to catch that replay, y'all. I'm finna get up off here because I gotta go get my son from school. He only got one class, and he start his college classes on the 25th. So I gotta go get him. Then I gotta get him, and I gotta get my middle son. Three kids I gotta pick up today, y'all. Oh Lord, pray for me, Bella. Thank you, Bella. You said I pray that Robert win custody of his daughter so she can be in a safe and a stable environment. Yep. Amen. Amen, baby. Thank you, my love. Let me see if I can get to the bottom of these comments, y'all. I might come back live later. I'm pretty sure some other people gonna be live. Um, if y'all want me to come back live later, I might come back live later, child. We'll see. We'll see. GAL can be ordered because of Momo being left alone. Oh, yep, sure can. Sure can. That's what's gonna really hurt her though, right there. That's what's gonna really hurt her. Because that's what y'all, that's at the top of the list of the things that these courts don't play about. And that's actual abuse involving kids. It don't matter how long ago it was. It happened. No adult male should be having those type of thoughts, feelings, eyes, anything involving a child, whether it was 30 years ago or 5. You still did it. It's a sickness, period. And I wouldn't want nothing like that around my child. Daddy or not. Some of these people, ooh, child, listen. Some of these people just be playing. I listen, if it was my daddy, you can't be around my child. Period. Ain't no supervision, no nothing. Or he's giving y'all grace still. Because all I needed was that record, and that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Because you could still be looking at my child pervertedly with me around, with me sitting right there. Just because you had eyes for a child back in the gap. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. What I miss? I see Rakita. What did Rakita say? Um, that's the only way she can try to hurt him is the child. Other than that, Ari doesn't give a fuck. Ooh, I want to say F. That's true. That is facts, and that's one thing I've been saying through this entirety of this saga is that both baby mamas knew to use those kids against him. That's because they know he loves his children. Don't get me wrong. Granted, the situation is what the situation is with his oldest daughter. We all seen that play out. I wish people quit trying to use that against him. When especially when it comes to Momo, because we've seen that play out. We've seen what happened with that. And until you in those shoes and you have been betrayed by your own child, where your own child was manipulated by someone that tried to ruin you, you don't know what you would do in that situation. So that's something that I feel like people shouldn't even touch. For real. Because we none know what we would do when when it's our child doing something like that to us on the internet. When you don't even know if you can trust your own child because everything coming to the internet. Every discussion, every text. No. But you need me to take care of you though? Child. That's a whole nother story, y'all. But he don't play, he love his kids. And that's why they use them kids against him. Because other than that, he don't care. He don't care about no Janashua. Janashua was intimidated by him, not the other way around. And the ones that know. Okay? If you know, you know. That man, listen. It comes down to the kids and all, child. Big intimidation. Genesis says my cousin as well just got custody of his son last month, and they are from Maryland. Try to tell him. Trying to tell them, girl, they don't pay. I mean, they don't play when it comes to alienation and all of that for them kids. They consider that as a form of neglect. Keeping that child away from the other parent when it's vital and crucial that the other parent be in that child's life. They don't play behind it. I don't know. Some women be thinking that they have that type of power, and it don't go like that, baby. The judge will make an example out of you. Period. Thank you, Miss Bernadette. You say Lauria doesn't want any children. She only wants Janelle pertaining to our age. If she can't have him, she wanted and still wants him DEAD. I think she wants the child for the relationship that she's in at the moment. She gives me that type of female. And y'all know I've always said this. She's present in the moment. She has kids to keep the man at the time. And then when that relationship halts, that child gets put on the back burner. We've seen this play out. That's what she gives to me. That's not saying she don't love her kids, but I feel like that's a mental issue. And it stems from trauma. Trauma can have so many different effects on you mentally that it's crazy, y'all. And that's not to give her an excuse either. Please don't take it like that. Please don't take it like that. Because she wrong, period. But we can see what's going on. We can see the difference in the dynamic. We can see the difference that's being made amongst the kids. We can see all of that. It's playing out on social media. How we protecting two from the internet, but the other ones still getting posted. Even though the twins getting posted too, but just not the actual face of the twins. But make it make sense. Make it make sense. Even allowing a man to exclude your other kids is neglectful in itself, because you with that man and you allowing that man to do that. You control that situation. You control that. A man could never. You ain't excluding mine from nothing. Them come from me, baby. Whether you father them or not, them mine. Period. You ain't finna treat mine no different. We ain't doing that. We are not doing that. Let me see, y'all. Y'all make me not want to get off here, but I gotta go pick my baby up. So we're gonna have to come back. We might have to do a part 2 later. I'ma see, and if I don't, it'll be tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow on the court date, y'all. The big one. The big one. But y'all see the difference? This is why I told y'all I had to come see my daytime people, because them nights, I ain't gonna lie, with little nightcaps was going hard too yet. We had like 400-500 in the building, but that's the big difference from 600, almost 700. Okay, that's the big difference, child. So what's up for Tempe? You said I think she wants the court to give her to him because she just wants the twins and the older daughter so she can babysit. It gives her, if she gives her to him, folks will think she's a bad. Exactly. And that's what Miss E said too, is starting to give that she wants, it to happen. Because who does things voluntarily knowing that it will affect them in court. Withholding the child voluntarily, knowing that's contempt. Who does that? Like, make it make sense. Just like when she came on here and went live on YouTube saying how Deshaun wants, I want to do content on, Deshaun wants to get our oldest son to go live with him. But I don't know because will it make me a bad mom? Or girl, what? First of all, y'all know how I feel about that already. I feel it would be hypocritical for me to have no issue with RH getting his daughter, but then have issue with the first baby daddy getting his son. No, I feel like it's right for both. But my issue came in is with the deception. The reasoning behind it made her look the fool. Because if you saying you giving your son to the daddy because he's going to high school and he's into girls, ain't that what he's supposed to do? Like, that's not a good reason, even though that's not the real reasoning behind it. But that's what she gave the internet. And it made her look crazy. Instead of just saying this child cutting the hell up and his father will be a better disciplinarian. Period. And leave it at that. That's giving him just enough, but not too much. And it's the truth at that. But telling people you giving your child to the dad because he into girls and he going to high school is like you ain't got another son right under him. That is some crazy work. Okay, lights. Look at y'all. 646 on a light. I love that for us. Shout out to y'all. Y'all did y'all big one. True says say Bree has zero defense to any of the allegations. Fact. Yep. What's up, Queen Step in the building? I ain't gonna pin you because I don't know if you want them to know that shoe, baby. So shout out to Queen Step for stepping through. It's giving her attorney sticker for her as well. Y'all, I told y'all that she threw the attorney under the bus in the beginning. Listen, she showed through that attorney under the bus in that paperwork, okay? That lady had to hurry up and answer them papers. I was like, not her throwing the attorney under the bus. We definitely do need a members, Latte. We need a members. Because we got some stuff to talk about. Remember I told y'all we had to talk about the new lady? Yeah. But that's gonna have to be done in members, y'all. So if y'all let me see when I can do it. I might do a little quick 1-2 members later today. We'll see. It just depends on what time I get done with everything. I'll put it up. But if y'all want to be a part of that, y'all gonna have to get that membership for that. Okay? Because I can't put that out public. Can't put it on the public live stream, y'all. It's enough I gave y'all this because normally my members could tell y'all I do court documents and members only. But I feel like because this is the big one and it's a lot riding on this situation, this is why I did it publicly. For all of y'all. For all of y'all. Everybody want to know the tea. Everybody want to know what's up. Okay? Thank you, Miss Bernadette. Hey, Pac, read my previous message, please. What did you put? Ooh, girl, I might not be able to find it. Was it the super? Because I read that one. I'm shocked my child ain't text me and ask me where I'm at, y'all. Because he don't like me being late, child. Let me see. I don't see it, Miss Bernadette. You might have to retype it because I don't want to go up too far because I was finally making my way to the bottom. Yeah, you're going to have to type it again because I don't see it. I'm sorry. It's so many comments. We probably got about 5,000 something comments on this live. The court date tomorrow. Yes, y'all. The court date is tomorrow, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. You always say my middle son like you have 3 boys. I know. I guess I just say, well, not 3 boys, but he's my middle son. I got my oldest son, him, and then Ham. So that's how I differentiate between my oldest son and him. Maybe I need to say my younger son. But he the middle child. He the middle child. That's my chocolate baby. He my chocolate baby, but he looked just like me when I was younger, but he's chocolate. He got his daddy color. And then my Ham and my oldest son, they got my color. Yep. Let me see. Hey, look, I'm going to watch. Okay, y'all. If y'all just coming in, definitely catch the replay. July 13th. Oh, I must be. Oh, y'all. I'm so far in them comments. Thank you, Miss Bernadette. I appreciate y'all. Hey, Healing Hearts, my love. This was a great live talk. Thank you. You're welcome, Tokyo. I appreciate y'all appreciating me and rocking out with your girl. Gosh, y'all say I feel like she did that because she can no longer financially take care of her kids. In my opinion, that could be true, y'all. That could be true. It is a lot right now, and the bag is not bagging like it used to. They can say what they want, but that's a fact. It's not bagging like it used to. And it ain't just her though. It's a lot of people that have been affected by social media with this drought and Facebook taking the hits that it then took to where but you know what? I don't know if she was one of the ones who was demonetized or who wasn't paid on social media. I can't say that for her because I don't know. RH was one of them ones. And a lot of others also. So I don't know, but I know I would be sick if I went from clocking that type of coin to, yeah, mm-mm, we can't do that. I would be sick, child. Hey, Valena, you say, look like I know you're serious, but the actual flip. What happened? Y'all know I'm not. I'm behind in the comments, child. Hey, Tay, baby. Let me go down. Um. Oh Lord. Okay. Oh, never mind. I didn't caught up. Hey, Miss Sandra Park. Only thing bagging is her ASS. The bag was bagging, child. At one point, y'all, $50,000 a month is, ain't too shabby now. That's some change. Nah, that's some good change. That's a good coin right there. 50K a month. I know one thing. Let me get to a point of 50K a month. I'm gonna show them what to do with it. Okay, baby, you got to invest. I know once you get that type of money, you thinking that it's gonna last forever, but you gotta start with that investment mindset and generational wealth mindset immediately. Don't wait and because if you say, "Oh, I'm gonna do it next month," I'm gonna do it next month, baby, that time gets away from you, and eventually, over time, you don't have nothing there because you wanted to blow it all on stuff that holds no value. Child, you better start investing that first month. And if not the first, the second. Enjoy the first month, but that second month, start investing. Stuff that's going to create generational wealth. It's going to keep that bag flowing because social media is not promised. It's not promised. And that's why you see a lot of these influencers on here, YouTubers, influencers, content creators, that's literally struggling right now because they was making all of that money, y'all. Imagine that all the people that was making 20 to 100K a month on social media, down to nothing, and ain't got nothing to show for it for real. Because once you get to a point where you don't have nothing, you got to start selling your assets. The stuff that you did, purchase like cars and houses or whatever. They got to start selling that. And most of these people be renting or leasing these homes. None of them be actually investing and buying a forever home, which is crazy to me because it ain't the same value as a car. Granted, the car depreciates once you leave the lot, whatever. But a forever home, that's the best investment you can make, in my opinion. Everybody might not agree, but at least if something happens, you got your house, you got your equity, you got your property. Yeah, you got to pay taxes on that property, but it's still your home. You ain't gonna have to downsize and get up out of there because you can no longer afford the lease or the rent. I don't understand how these people making $50,000, $60,000 a month and ain't trying to purchase a forever home. Just moving around. Purchase it, and if you have to sell it, then do that. If you gotta move again. But at least you made that type of decision that's gonna benefit your kids also. What's up, Tree? I pray they don't lock her up for contempt. All those kids, she needs to stop. She do need to stop. She do. Let me see. Hold up. Where we at? Let me go down. A fool with money will always part. Big facts. Big mother effing facts. All right, y'all. We've been on here 2 hours and 11 minutes. Thank y'all so much for rocking out with your girl. I gotta go start picking these cheering up, starting with my oldest son. Then I gotta get my other baby at 3:20, and then Ham, I gotta get her by 3:35. Okay, yeah. But I love y'all. If I'm not back this evening, because I might be able to squeeze another one in. I might do a members only and then do the big public live tomorrow for the court date. Might do that. If you're not a member, grab a membership. But yeah, thank y'all. Thank y'all for rocking out, supporting your girl on this live. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I will see you guys, if not later this evening, tomorrow morning. Bye, y'all.
Yeah, you tuned in to Lou Pop, baby. She don't follow trends, she follow facts. Receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go, let's go. L-U-P-A-C, baby don't play. She speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-E-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. Go. She don't do drama, she drop data. Scroll the page, now or later. You'll see lies get exposed and the fake get froze like refrigerators. Name ring bells like second line. Speak real, no need to lie. She from the south with a strong survivor. Snakes don't make it out alive. L-U-T-A-C, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury. She deliver with that heat. You won't clap, but she got truth. No sugar in her speech. Independent, bold and real. This Lupac baby, capiche? They scrolling, she exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Lupac don't just react. She the code what's not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined. Got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built to own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne. L-U-P-A-C, baby don't bend. She speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. L-U-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. L-U-A-C, baby don't be. She that truth in